Hello. This is Michael Dane.
Hello.
We're going to start off by talking about something that happened yesterday. I went down to, because we're shooting this as a web series, I went down to Anaheim for a convention called VidCon. And I have a film right now with some friends of mine, Chrissy Lindquist and Rib Hillis. They also have a web series called Dance Junkies that I'll put here. Dance Junkies. And you can click on it and go see their show. It's Elena from Dancing with the Stars. They have guests on the show from Dancing with the Stars, and they had about 100,000 hits on the show for the season. And so we went down, since I have this web series that we're trying to launch right now, and trying to get online content, we thought, let's go down and educate ourselves. And it was the most terrifying experience I have ever been through in my entire life. And I'm seriously concerned for Hollywood, and I mean this in all honesty. I am not kidding. I was so nervous, and there were times when I could not breathe. I was so nervous and anxious. I mean, I'm in my film, the Grimm's Cake, that just won Best Comedy Short 2 nights ago, our second consecutive win. We had a Megan Tonjes, who's a brilliant singer. She's a YouTube sensation, and that's how I met her. And I asked for a song, and she gave it to us. We finally met face to face yesterday, and so it was this big convention hall, and there are like thousands of kids, and I swear that nobody was over the age of 25, and it was all run, very professionally, in convention hall, panels, breakout sessions, and I just felt so stupid. I felt like I was on another planet, and I know that I'm hosting these on YouTube, and clearly I have no concept of what I am doing, and I can say that in total confidence because none of my friends do either. Hollywood, we are screwed, and you don't even know it. It's like the line in Dark Knight Rises. There is a storm coming, and it's already here, and we don't even realize. We talk about Twitter and Facebook, and these kids on YouTube, they have these millions of subscribers, and they have hundreds of thousands of hits like a minute. And there was some line like there's 35. I think he said 35 hours of content uploaded every second on YouTube. And the monetization on YouTube with ads and how people are going after products and cross-promotion, these kids are making money and they have their own content. And for Hollywood, for people that are making web series with SAG-AFTRA actors, they don't have to do that. It's all non-union. There's nothing that they can have their own channel. And as a couple of kids said, it's like, they have millions of subscribers. They have more people watch their show than watch stuff on Lifetime. And there's no budget. It's like grandma's making the costumes and dad's running the camera.
So what's your response from your position? As far as
I don't know. I am so scared. But I think that we've got to
jump
figure
on
out.
board, right?
Well, I jump on board, but these kids are making parodies and movies and television shows and sketches for nothing. And for the pilot of Project Phoenix, it cost a little over $2,000. And we're trying to raise $20,000 to shoot 8 additional episodes, which is why we're doing these videos and trying to educate people and introduce people to the cast. And
eventually.
Shut up. This is very important stuff that we're talking about here, and people are going to, you hear this now, it's going to be like the cry, like the British are coming one day. It's something that we have got to look at, because these kids, there was a friend of mine, Chrissy Lindquist, she produced an online carpet show for one of the award shows recently, and it had more viewers than Ryan Seacrest did online. And I don't, do you? Do you watch a lot of stuff on YouTube? I mean, is that where you get the majority of your content?
No. Maybe a music video now and again. But
yeah.
No, I don't get it for television.
No. And these people, they have subscriptions on these channels, so like when, I think their name is Hillywood, so they have their channel, and so when their new video pops up, it's there's notifications, and then suddenly 250,000 people go watch this video. And I think that my community of producers and writers, and we've got to look at YouTube, and we have to start embracing that audience.
Collaborating?
And that's the word that everybody kept using. We don't use that word in Hollywood a lot. We don't use that word collaborate. But
because we're going to collaborate.
Right. Well, I mean, and studios, and I mean producers, and there's definitely a very, I wouldn't call it vindictive side, but there's definitely a side of jealousy, and some people might not.
There's a lot of one-upmanship.
There's a lot of one-upmanship, yes. And the word that these kids kept using over and over and over in different panels, it wasn't even like they got together and said, okay, the word of the weekend is going to be collaborate. That was just the word that they were using. And they mean it. And the way that they were talking about it is like, this girl's got 250,000 subscribers, and then this guy plays guitar. So he has 250,000 subscribers.
Well, Twitter's based on that. You follow me, I follow you, and it starts there.
Yeah, but if I follow you, I'm not gonna get 250,000 followers.
Follow me, you will.
I mean, even like Polly.
Right.
Like I'm friends with. She's got 300,000.
So what's driving these numbers on YouTube and not these other sites?
It is what's the word? It's when you like something. It's faith. It's not faith. It's
credibility in that site.
Credibility. But it's like your favorite person on YouTube is now working with this person who's also successful on YouTube. Okay. So it's like, oh, I'm going to start following that person, or subscribing. But the thing is, once you hit subscribe on that person, they're adding to different people. It's not like Follow Friday on Twitter. It's not.
Oh, I got you. So it's exponentially. It grows.
It grows and grows and grows and grows. And those subscribers, if you look at the clout scores, which I still don't understand, but if you look at that, then it's like, click, I'm now following this very successful YouTube person. Well,
I get those invites, the clout thing. I'm just like,
I don't get it.
Like Google Plus.
So basically, what I'm saying, this was my end of my little rant, and we'll get into Michael, is I'm very concerned that I am so stupid.
No.
And here's the thing: I was like, I have a web series, and I felt like these kids, like the first hour, like, oh, that's cute, that's great. You have a web series. Awesome. I do too. I don't shoot it for anything. So to everybody at VidCon...
But you have a great web series.
Well, thanks. But to everybody at VidCon, thank you so much for introducing me to it was a totally different world. I mean, like the Capitol and Hunger Games. Like, I've never been in this world before. And I just want to say thank you for opening my eyes to this. And everybody was so kind and just so, warm and excited to meet each other, and thank you. And Hollywood, be very, very afraid. You need to embrace these kids, and you need to get them into your studios, and you need to start working with them, because they're going to take over the planet very, very soon. It's like, there's going to, like someone said, there's going to be no more, I was like, VHS tapes the way of the future, DVDs the way of the future, cable's the way of the future. It's like,
Betamax.
We don't even realize that it's already upon us. It's not even like it's coming. It's here. And it's not going away. So, Hollywood, wake up. Michael Dane.
Hey, how are you?
So, how did you get your career started? So you're a wee little lad, and...
Oh, my God. First thing I did was a commercial. I was about 14 years old. It was for a political commercial they shot in my family's supermarket. And it's kind of when I got the bug.
Where did you grow up?
Northern California. Later I went on to work for Levi Strauss. Their headquarters is in San Francisco. And one day I just got another gig with them, and it was a union commercial. Wasn't pursuing it, just another go-see. And
do you know if it's on YouTube?
No, but I do have it somewhere.
You should upload it. You should upload it to the YouTube.
I should. I forgot. But it's on VHS. How will I ever do that?
Oh, I'm sure there's a kid that will help you. Follow him at I am Michael Dane.
I am Michael Dane.
And then you can tell him how that, I'm sure you'll get like 20,000 kids now.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of, well, never mind all that. So I got my SAG card through that.
SAG card through the commercial?
Through the commercial. It was, oh, you're SAG eligible. I was like, oh, really? Okay. guess I'll join the SAG union. And then I moved to Los Angeles shortly after that. I did some background work, did a lot of background work, played a lot of cops in just about every show out there, did a lot of 24, and I've just been kind of, my friend Jeff Davis gave me my first big break on Teen Wolf. We had worked together at Fox Studios in the late 90s.
And what were you doing at Fox today?
IT. You're like, really? Yeah. But we talked.
How did you get from model to IT? That's like a pilot.
Yeah. My thing is, I would temp.
The it guy.
Yeah, I did a lot of temping. Right?
Okay.
It's like you get a temp job, you go in there, and then it's like, hey, look at me, and then you impress everybody, and they hire you full time. Then you spend another 8 years there. It was a way to get work and get work fast, because you can go get into the temp pool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jeff and I had lunch often, and he was writing and was kind of carving out his own career, and he had talked about one day working together, and then of course Criminal Minds came, and then but when Teen Wolf came along, he had a spot for me, so it was great, and then I've used that to get other work. It's really that first job you need, and then it just comes.
Yeah.
It's been my case. It's like just on Facebook, people offer me, "Hey, you want to be in my movie? Would you like to be?" So it's been good.
How many years of background work would you say that you did? Because I want to talk a little bit about that, since that was my background. I did extras
Well,
casting.
I would. It was easy to do, and it was very good money, and it was great health insurance, and
Yeah.
I didn't like to talk about it for years
Yeah.
because I thought, you don't want to be known as a background person, but now people are fighting for those union jobs in background because it's very competitive and it still pays really good.
And I don't understand that, because it's like, if you ask any actor,
I've been on more sets than most people I know. That's how many times I've been on these shows. Yeah, it's great experience.
and it's such, I'm going to use the word bullshit. It is such bullshit that people will tell you, oh, you don't want to be seen as a background performer. It's like, how are they going to know that you're a background performer?
Well,
it's like, it's not like they go through the list and like, oh, wait, there he is. Michael Dane, wait, why was he on CSI as a background? No, take him out.
Right.
I'm not reading him.
It used to be much more so. They thought you're better off being a waiter than being a background person because you don't want to expose yourself to the business. The truth is, the casting department has no idea who the background person is.
They have
The
no
casting
idea.
department doesn't even know you're on their show. So
They have no idea.
do all the background work you want. Don't worry about it.
Because it's such a huge education.
Oh, it's massive.
Because back to one and matching, and when it's like getting to go to work for free, getting to get trained for free,
Yeah, yeah.
and the
really is.
contacts that you make on set.
Tons.
I mean, you never know what the connection's going to be. It's always the person that's sitting there quietly in extras holding, reading a book, that the second AD will go in and say, I need you to come, get dressed, and do this thing. And then suddenly you're the featured extra sitting in the scene with the talent, and then the director comes over, and then you're suddenly in a conversation, and then they ask, what do you do? I mean, it always happens like that. And
I did a lot of fun stuff. I was in Batman Forever.
you were in Batman Forever.
I was. Here's Nicole Kidman, here's Val Kilmer, and it's me standing there looking up at the safe being helicoptered out of there.
Yeah.
And it was a fun night. It was great jobs like that it's great to be a part of. And then I think it was 10 years later I went back to do some more stand-in background work, and now I'm standing in for Val Kilmer on Deja Vu. And so I thought, boy, at this rate, I'll be dead the time my career gets going. 10 years standing behind him, 10 years later standing in for him.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. It's great. It provides a lot of photos for Facebook to this day.
It does, but also stand-in work. Talk about stand-in work, because I don't think some people might not know what a stand-in does, but that's how I actually got my start. Is I started off as a stand-in, and then one day they called me in to the casting office, like, help make some phone calls, and then it was all over.
Stand-in work is, you feel more important on set because you're part of the production team. You literally stand in when they need to set up the shot for the actor. They can't keep the actor there all day. They would be exhausted. They go back to their trailer. They bring in this guy. Sometimes you have to look like the actor. Sometimes it doesn't matter. But again, nice long hours with great overtime, and it's a nice way to make a living. While you're trying to find your way in Hollywood, do your thing.
But I mean, to me, it's also, again, it's like that's a class that you can't pay to take.
Right.
because you're having to a lot of times read the script, like you will have to rehearse the scene with other stand-ins, and you're doing it in front of the director. And I mean, sometimes I've heard 80s call it stand-in theater, which is always
Well, they call
enjoyable.
us moving props as background too, right?
Yeah, but I mean, with stand-ins, it's important for you basically have to be a ghost on set as a stand-in. You always have to be paying attention to your actor. You always have to have eyes on your actors. If they step away, you jump in. You have to be out of the way, but you have to watch every single move that they're making, so
Right.
that when they step away, you're running it with the camera. And
Right, that's true.
for an actor like who then you're going on auditions and you get your first movie role as a reporter in a scene in let's say the Newsroom. That's
Yeah.
the new movie. That's the new show, the Sorkin
right,
show, right?
right.
So that's like people are moving all the time, and you're moving, and that's just it's like a muscle. You have to work it, and the experience that you get on set.
Well, it helped me a lot when I first finally decided, okay, enough of this stuff. I'm going to go out and do it. Real acting. It was so easy for me once I was on set.
Yes.
The audition process never seems to get easy because you really want the job, but on set, it's really comfortable for me. It's like I know what
And it's
everything
because
is.
you have that experience.
I know where everybody, I know what everybody's job is there, and I know where I'm supposed to go, and hopefully not trip over things anymore.
Right.
It's like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you did that for a while, and you've got a couple of things coming up.
Yeah. Well, I just shot a movie for AFI, which was really great. It was called Not a Second Time. It's a bit of a Scott Peterson kind of thing, where I take my wife out to a little camping trip, and one of us does not come back. So it's kind of
What's the name of it?
Not a Second Time.
Oh.
There was that.
I've heard about it. I think I heard about it through you. But that sounds really familiar. That I just heard recently from somebody else. Has it screened yet?
Yeah, it's screened twice. They had this. Yeah, they did it up at AFI.
Okay.
It's like a little festival. There's that. I got a movie that's in development with Christopher Ciccone. We're supposed to be going to Venice, Italy. I play yet again a cop, bad cop. I'm always playing bad guys, killers, bad guys. He is tired of seeing the world get rich while he plays it safe and does the right thing, and just sitting there empty with nothing. So he decides it's his time to get a piece of the pie. And then it's kind of a combo of Usual Suspects, and if they made a movie about the Barefoot Bandit,
Okay.
you combine those two. So like a lot of chasing going on, twists and turns, but a lot of killing, a lot of drugs, fun stuff.
And that's in development right now.
That's in
When are they
development.
trying to aim to shoot that in the fall?
Yeah, he's got so many projects going on right now. He just launched a collection and is in Prague setting up a store.
Oh.
The Ciccone collection. And so, it'd be nice if he focused on the thing I'm in, but it'll happen. And then Leslie Jordan is producing a television show for, I don't know where it's going to end up, but it's a comedy. It's really good. He wants me to play an ex-porn star who's got a bit of a meth problem, and it's really funny. It's going to be great. But all of this happened after Teen Wolf, because now people see you in something, and now they think, oh, hey, you want to be in this? Hey, you want to be in that? And also being in town for a while, you get to know people.
Mm-hmm.
People will start to offer you jobs, And I guess that's it. And then, of course, your show, which I know nothing about.
Nobody
None
knows
of the
anything
actors
about-
know anything about this show.
Nope.
Let's hear about it.
No, I'm not. No secrets today. No secrets today. I'm very excited though about the cast that we have that's starting to come together for series. We have you're probably watching this video. If you're watching this video today, then we have 7 days left of funding. And if you're watching this video 10 years from now, you're like, what is he talking about? But we are on Indiegogo, and if you go here, Indiegogo.com, and go to Project Phoenix, you can watch the pilot. You will see Michael in the pilot. The reason that Michael and Adam are in the pilot, they have no dialogue because they're not supposed. You're not supposed to know anything about them in the pilot. but they have much bigger roles as Payne and Victor in the series. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So I hear.
Very bad things are going to happen to some people.
Good. Hopefully I
Some
get to be the one dishing
very
it
bad
out.
things. And we're hoping to get all of our funding in 7 days. And if not, then we'll have to go to investors, and we'll make it work. Now that I've discovered YouTube, maybe I can collaborate with some people.
Collaborate.
Collaborate, that's the key word.
Be afraid. Hollywood.
Wow, man. When people are using the word collaborate in Hollywood, you know shit's about to hit the fan. I mean, that's all I'm going to say.
Nobody collaborates.
Nobody collaborates. I mean, I want to collaborate with people, but it's just... wrap it up? Really? All right, thanks. Bye. We're
Bye.
done.